theory emerged, and that was the chaos theory, which said that some small changes in initial conditions can cause a huge difference down time and space. So what that means is, if I know about certain things, and if I do the right things over and over every day, somehow the system down the road, down the river, will change. And there will be a huge difference. But we can't know. It's not predictable, was their sort of argument. So in the 90s, another theory came about. And this theory was called complexity theory. Now, complexity theory told us this. Complex systems can shift if a huge number of elements obey certain very simple rules. So think about a design of a system where every element in the system acts according to one simple rule, and the system will then shift into another being. Let me give you an example. Do you know sığırcık starlings? Who knows starlings as a bird? Like these little black birds, right? Have you seen them in the sky, like a huge flock of starlings? Sığırcık, like going like this in the sky, like making like big movements. Mm-hmm. You've seen them, right? Have you ever seen some of these starlings like bump into each other and go down?
Yes.
Do they like go in the air and then they just have a collision and they fall down? No, right? That never happens. Let's imagine so many cars, put them together in a big open field, and tell all the drivers just to drive around. Will they be able to do all what the starlings are doing? No. The starlings are using one simple rule to be able to fly like that. Now, what is that rule? Who's going to tell me what that rule is? Do not disturb the others. That's a good one. Huh? Follow the others. Well, if everyone follows one, they could have quite a bit of a collision and a traffic jam there, right? The simple rule is as follows. Do not get close to any other starling. So everyone else follows the simple rule of saying, do not get too close to any other starling. The starlings are able to fly without any collision whatsoever. So if a huge number of elements, individuals, follow simple rules, they can make that change. So the challenge of that change that we're trying to do right now is precisely this. We want to go from a growth economy to a degrowth economy, right? We have to consume less. We have to use less natural resources. From a consumer economy, we want to go to a prosumer economy. A prosumer economy is what I will define right afterwards, but essentially it means an economy in which quote-unquote consumer is no more a consumer, but is actually a prosumer who is not who's not consuming anything, but who's taking actively part in the production of a given good and contributing towards that production itself, rather than consuming it. So it's not a one-way direction thing, it's a give and take. So it's a supportive, it's an empowering sort of economy that we're talking about, and it's not a consumptive sort of economy. And we want to do happiness maximization, not profit maximization. Because essentially, people, when you ask them, they want to be happy. They don't want to have richness per se. The reason some people want richness is because they want to be happy with that money. They want to be able to realize themselves with that money. But research shows that the more money you have, the less happier you get. There's like a certain threshold. Until that threshold, everyone is kind of increases in happiness with income. But after that threshold, people's happiness decreases. So the point is, What is that threshold? And that threshold we call livelihood. Geçim. Livelihood. So if you can have a livelihood, you're happy. But if you have too much money, you're unhappy. So the point is not about profit maximization, but it is about happiness maximization. Oh my God. So we have this system. We have to take ourselves out of the system, or we have to create a new system. How do we do this? Can we do this? They always tell us, you can't fight the system, right? The system is like so empowering. They say the system is all the reasons for all this evil. And you as the little individual, you're like powerless against the system which is going to crush you. Right? That's the idea.